The quarterback picture at Auburn just got a little more unclear after Coach Hugh Freeze made these comments after Auburn's first scrimmage.
Yesterday, I had my mind made up, and after today, I need to watch the film before I say.
It sounds like Coach Freeze really had his mind made up before the scrimmage started. He really planned to cut down this quarterback race from 3 guys to 2, and because of his comments, it makes me think that one of the quarterbacks performed much better than he expected. I personally believe that quarterback was Holden Geriner. If you look at some of what was coming out from the media guys from practice and from Hugh Freeze's comments as well, Holden Geriner had 2 touchdowns. It sounds like Robbie Ashford had a couple of touchdowns, and Peyton Thorne had none. But it sounds that Holden Geriner overall performed very well. He was accurate. Sounds like he was performing well in the RPO system. And it sounds like maybe Peyton Thorne underperformed a little bit. And maybe that's not completely fair because from what I believe some people said, I think he threw 2 touchdown passes, but the receivers who caught them were out of bounds, so obviously they did not count. So the stats don't look completely even, but that's the game of football. They caught it, they're out of bounds, it doesn't count. That is what it is. But overall, I think that Hugh Freeze is having a harder time dwindling this group down to 2, a lot harder time than he thought. And so now the question is, who are going to be the top 2 guys? I truly think he was expecting it was going to be between Robbie Ashford and Peyton Thorne in no particular order, but now he's really having to strongly consider Holden Geriner. So that's why he said he's going to go back to the film. He's got to go watch the film. He's really got to put some thought into who his top 2 guys are going to be, because I think he's considering Holden Geriner as the number 2 guy. The question is, if Holden Geriner is number 2, who's number 1? Is it going to be a more mobile quarterback like Robbie Ashford? Or is it going to be somebody who's a little more proven with experience like Peyton Thorne? Peyton Thorne 2 years ago had an incredible season. Last year, not so much. There are obviously some deficits on the team last season compared to the season before. But you have to ask yourself, or Hugh Freeze is asking himself, is it possible that Peyton Thorne could have a similar season this year at Auburn that he did 2 years ago? Ultimately, this is just a very interesting quarterback race that got a lot more interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think about Hugh Freeze's comments? What do you expect to happen? Who's going to be the number 1 guy, number 2, and ultimately, which quarterback gets cut first? Thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate it. Please leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.